right, today, what if I gave you a scenario where I said, hey, your amplitude is 3, your period is 4 pi over 3, and you have a vertical shift that is down 2, down a distance of 2. And I said, okay, I want you to take that information and I want you to find the equation for sine. So let's figure out what that would be. Now, in our sine function, we know that amplitude is right out front, and then it's sine, and so our period is right here, attached to our x, represented by b. That's not the whole period, but b is part of the period. And then we have either plus or minus our k. So I didn't include h because there is no horizontal shift here, or phase shift. But given this information, some of this isn't too bad to plug in. So I could say, okay, my amplitude is 3. So 3 times, it's the sine function. I have to figure out what is b, so what number am I going to attach to x? So we've actually taken care of the amplitude already, so that's good. Period is going to be the most challenging, so we're going to wait on that. Vertical shift, we're going down 2. So because I'm going down 2, that means this is minus 2, and that's on the outside of our function, outside of the parentheses. All right, now how do I find b using the period? So this is going to be the more challenging. This will be our last part. We have a formula, right? The period formula is 2 pi over b. Now, we don't know what b is. That's what we're trying to find, because then we're done. But we do know what the period is. We're told that p is equal to 4 pi over 3. So we have 4 pi over 3 equals 2 pi over b. Now, a lot of you guys are pretty good with this, but what do you do when you have a fraction equal to another fraction? I hear you. Some of you are screaming at your computer, cross multiply, right? And you're absolutely right. Doesn't matter the order, but 4 pi times b is going to be a weird 4 pi b, okay? So they just get attached. 3 times 2 pi, so equals 6 pi. Now, I want to get b by itself. So how do I get rid of a 4 pi? Well, it's being multiplied, so I undo multiplication by division. So I'm going to divide both sides by this 4 pi. So I finally get b by itself. And what does b equal? Well, here, the pi's simplify out, so those cross out. If I reduce 6 divided by 4, that reduces to 3 over 2. Therefore, b, my last piece of information that I need, is 3 over 2. So, our original equation, given that we have an amplitude of 3, given that it's the sine function, given that our period was 4 pi over 3, after we plugged it into our formula, we found out that b then is 3 over 2. And we had a vertical shift that was going down 2, so minus 2 on the outside. We can find our original sine function.